our official sponsor, Greenwood Stock Trading. If you want to learn how to make some passive income, some extra money, so you can invest in your future and your kids' future, give them a call for a free 10-minute consultation, 281-760-3170. Go get to the bag. All right, man, let's talk about what happened this weekend with Tony Harrison, beating Tszyu, versus Charlo. Also going to talk about Tank and Ryan rehydration clause and talk about Steven Espinoza said about Showtime Boxing. Make sure you thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. So yeah, ain't gonna waste no time. Don't forget you can listen to this tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. on Anchor. They changed the name to Anchor too. It's like some I don't know. Spotify 7 a.m. and like 10:30, 11 Eastern Standard Time. It'll be on everywhere else: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Radio Public, the whole nine. So it'll be live everywhere, around 10 or 11. So yeah, I mean, we waste no time. Let's talk about Tony Harrison and Tszyu. I went to sleep, man. When I came about 10:45, I didn't even notice till I was shooting a video that time jumped forward on Sunday. So I had the date. I had looked at the date before, but man, I wasn't even like paying attention, bro. But yeah, man, I ended up watching it when I woke up, man. I went to IHOP and shit after I left the gym. Ended up watching it between, IHOP before I left out. And but yeah, I told y'all, people just, it was a foregone conclusion that Tony Harrison was gonna win. I told y'all it was a pick 'em fight, and Tszyu made it look easy, beat the shit out of him, and people still don't believe it's Tony Harrison had jet lag or Tony Harrison wasn't the same after Charlo knocked him out. What about him getting knocked out by Jermell? What about him getting knocked out? Didn't he get knocked out by Willie Nelson too? Nobody had dominated Tony Harrison from start to finish like Tszyu did. Should he had, got out, left a little bit sooner for Australia. If it was a fifth, we all be drunk. If Al had some money, then Tszyu would have had to come to America. He didn't pull them strings that he pulled for Terrell Goucher for Tony Harrison because the money was funny and it was last minute, and Tony Harrison got 4 losses all by stoppage. I said it was Jermell, Charlo, Jermell, and Willie Nelson. You know what I'm saying? So, nobody dominated Tony Harrison like that. Nobody dominated Tony Harrison like that. Nobody. So you can say, people can say what they want to say, dude. I'm a fair dude. Tszyu can fight. That's just what it is. Tszyu can literally go. You know what I'm saying? Tszyu, if I told y'all that, bro, y'all be listening to these niggas who don't know shit about ball. He robotic. He's slow. Man, if you know how to fight, you know how to fight. Speed is not a big factor like that, bro. It's not. Once you find timing, once you got technique, you know how to use your jab. And I know this throughout history. How did Jake LaMotta beat Sugar Ray Robinson? It took him 1,000 times, but he figured it out. How was Cameron Brasilio, beating on guys? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't understand the style that he fight is very difficult for these fighters to fight today because, even Mexicans trying to fight like fucking Floyd Mayweather. You see, Ron Estrada fighting behind the shoulder roll and shit, man. You see Mexicans, man, them motherfuckers was coming. You used to know you used to have to know how to defend yourself on the inside. You know what I'm saying? So, once you start to kind of look at how David Avenigi was knocking off all those fighters in Europe. I mean, that's not because there was per se European fighters. These guys don't know how to fight on the inside no more. They don't know how to defend themselves on the inside, and they don't know how to defend themselves against pressure. You seen Canelo, a dude who started off 140 pounds. He was a teenager though. He had a debatable with Miguel Vasquez. Vasquez is legitimately a tough out for anybody, man. Tough fighter, you know what I'm saying? A real awkward fighter. But Excuse me, under my eye. But you know, the first thing Caleb Plant do is start showing the smaller man respect. That's the first thing Caleb Plant started doing is showing the smaller Canelo Alvarez respect. You know, when you fight punchers, dude, you don't move. You don't get to move, especially smaller guys. You don't get to moving. Tony Harrison gave him too much respect early on. So think about it. If you a guy that got conditioning problems, you know what I'm saying, and you moving from round one, what's the chances you're gonna be able to outbox somebody who taking their time, who controlling their breathing, who picking their shots, who countering you and just, you know, methodically break you down? It's slim to none. It's slim to none. It's slim to none, bro. And you hear Andre Ward, he said, I was taught to go to the puncher, not to, you know, go away from the puncher. He said, I was taught to go to the puncher. You know, and that's how you fight punchers, bro. You got to establish respect. You know what I'm saying? You got to establish respect, dude. You know, you guys that bring the pressure, you know what I'm saying? Then a lot of these dudes don't even have the right movement. You can't just be sliding on the ropes using your jab like Tony Harrison was doing, man. Dog, some of that movement that you gotta give, sometimes you gotta be in your toes, throwing combinations at those type of guys. A lot of them dudes like to be in the high guards. You gotta shoe shine them, work up and down, turn them. You know, when they turning, get off again. You know, sometimes hit them with one good shot, sometimes hit them with a 1-2, spin them, sometimes hit them with a shoe shine and get up out of there. But if you sitting there, walking and you moving backwards, bro, and you allow him just to walk you down, you walk yourself into a corner. Every time Tony would throw a jab, he would have a hook. He would counter with a hook right at the top of Tony's head because it was so fucking big. You know what I'm saying? And if he learned how to really start like hitting niggas on the shoulders and the elbows and the hips and shit like that, it's gonna be a wrap. Y'all gotta understand these dudes can't fight, they can't take the pressure. So y'all talking, oh, look how slow Joe Joyce is. That'd be a problem if he fought somebody like Usyk, which it was a problem in the World Series of Boxing. He had an issue. I ain't trying to hear nothing about no small ring. I ain't trying to hear that shit, dog. I really ain't, dude. They ain't had shit to do with it. He got his ass whooped. Everybody always got an excuse. Give these dudes credit. That ring wasn't all that fucking small neither. I watched that fight. I heard people saying that when I woke up. I watched that fight. That ring wasn't all that small, bro. It wasn't all that small. It wasn't. That ain't none of that shit is excuse. He got his ass whooped. That's the excuse. That Tszyu can fight. And he a little bit more technical and refined than his daddy was. He can fight. Everybody, I just don't understand, man. Dudes win a big fight in boxing, they discredit the motherfucker, right? And I got a video saying this coming up. And when dudes, when dudes lose, it just seemed like boxing got more moral victory for motherfuckers that lose than more credit than people that win. Give that man his credit. He broke them down. These guys can't take pressure, bro. As soon as Jermell Charlo can't take pressure, dude. I could point to you several fights that he could not take pressure. This is a bad matchup. Don't be surprised if Al make this motherfucker vacate, bro. I'm telling you, he can't take no pressure neither. His durability bails him out. And Tszyu just took his time. You know, you don't walk away from the puncher, dude. You giving him all the leverage. Just imagine if you had a boulder that's about to come downhill, right? What's your best bet stopping the boulder, right? Before it come downhill, if you could push it back, off the cliff, you got a better chance of pushing it backwards before it get momentum. Once it get momentum, it's either you gonna get the fuck out the way. You're gonna have to get out the way. You ain't gonna be able to stop it as it got momentum 9 times out of 10. So if you got somebody either about build round one, the bell ring, you giving them respect, you got to go take where he don't respect you already. You don't you showing him too much respect. How Andre Ward got dropped by Sergey Kovalev, hey, he had to take a chance getting hit to get Kovalev respect. And once he tasted that right hand, it was a wrap. One shit Kovalev else can do. He know I'm not getting hit with that right hand again. He don't got a hook. He proceeded to break Kovalev down and came off the canvas and broke Kovalev down and came back and beat him. That's how you fight a puncher. You gotta take chances. And that's what Caleb Plant running from Canelo. I watched the All Access. It was straight running from Canelo from round one. What the fuck is you doing? You the bigger man. Fight like it. But these dudes, they panic when they get pressure, bro. They panic. They don't know because it's not no Chavez's around or Haglers or Mugabe, not Mugabe, but Marvin Hagler. You know, them dudes don't exist no more. You know, Carmer Basilio, guys that walk you down and bring pressure. You know, y'all be so, oh, they robotic, but dude, they just, especially when those 15 rounds, just break you down. Especially when Tszyu learned to hit motherfuckers on the elbow, the shoulders, the bicep, hit motherfuckers to the hip. You don't need to do all that. For what? What you need to do all that shit for? You know, and he just sitting there using the jab, just touching Tony's body. Tony falling to the ropes, doing his job for him. Tony throw a jab, he throw a couple good jabs. Would you rather eat a couple good jabs or a fucking counter hook? He getting hit with the hook, his whole body flying to the ropes. He get hit with a hook, whole body flying to the ropes. You know, people say, oh, they let him tee off on him like that and shit like that, man. So it's a gladiator sport. His brother could have threw the towel in. You know, you go up, man, dude just dominated. Like he dominated fucking Terrell Goucher. And oh man, Terrell wasn't that good. Like he dominated Goucher better than anybody dominated Goucher before that. Now he dominated Tony better than anybody dominated Tony before that. And guess what? He not wasting no energy, bruh. He just taking his time. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. These motherfuckers running. Boom, boom, boom. You gotta go to the puncher. I'm telling you, dude. Or you gotta get him in the middle of the ring, and to keep the fight in the middle of the ring is counter punching. It's gonna be combination punching, and you gotta turn them. That's how you fight them guys. Then you gotta go to their body, slow them down. They take them headshots, they go roll them, get their head off the line. You gotta spin them motherfuckers, bro. Boom, boom, boom. Get off and get out of there. Feint, you know, keep them thinking, keep them biting, turn them. You gotta keep them off balance. You gotta keep them off, but you going to the ropes trying to box is a bad game plan. J Cash salute. He said, MM Sports Talk says Tim got some heavy hands. He says from the first round, he was moving Tony with them hooks. Also, Tony legs look bad from the start. Tim has arrived, and Charlo better not sleep on. Man, that motherfucker gonna end up vacating, bro. He gonna end up vacating, dude. I'm telling you, dude. He can't take no pressure. I'm telling you. What bail Charlo out is his punch and his durability. I've seen many a times where he been getting cooked with pressure. There's no hate on the dude. I love him as a fighter. Tim was cutting the ring off. That's all. Man, that dude was falling to the ropes. They ain't give you much to cut off when you slide on the ropes. I'll go make Mel vacate them belts and move up. Yeah, of course he is. Because then think about it. It's not that Mel can't win. It's that you giving a whole division. They gonna take all them belts and run to Australia, bro. And they gonna let him run to Australia and not order no mandatory. You know it's different. You know it's different. You know they got the protection for the selection. They got the proper protection for the guy with the right skin complexion. So you know what it is. You know what they gonna let him run over there and take all them belts. And Al gonna lose a whole division. You know he ain't gonna put Earl in the ring with Terrence then. Terrence run off with 47. Tim run off with 54. Shit. You know, he said, you really think Tony was this? I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. I ain't trying to hear none of it. He was knocked out 2 times before he fought Jermell Charlo. I ain't trying to hear none. Y'all always moving. Give that boy his credit, man. Give the man his credit. Y'all say when Tony beat Sergio Garcia after he beat Fondor, he back. Cool. I thought he was back like cook crack too. Give Tim Tszyu his credit, bro. That's how they gonna be with Bronny, dog. Bronny James. No matter what Bronny do. Well, Bronny averaged 20-22. Oh, you never 20-20 because of daddy. Mark my words, bro. And I heard Tim Tszyu do an interview. I can't remember it was for the Goucher fight or it was this fight. He said, I know how to fight them American boys. He said, I know how to fight. You gotta remember, Daddy was running forest for the gold medal. That's one of the best Olympic fights I've seen. Haven't seen all of them, a lot of them. I've seen a lot of them. That's the best Olympic fight I've seen. It's a science to fighting fighters, the American fighters. And the biggest science today is Chavez will dominate, bro. He could dominate today, Chavez Senior. Dominate these boys. Dominate. I mean, I put the capital D on that. Dominate. They can't take pressure. That's why Ivory went on a killing spree in Europe. These fighters today, they can't take pressure. Mugabe probably be fucking unified champion, man. Mike McCullum would be fucking banned from every network. You know, these dudes can't take pressure, bro. They panic. That's why Benavidez, you know, he does so well. You know, that's why Roman Chocolito Gonzalez does so well. These dudes, you know, they can't. You gotta make. I make Tszyu prove that he can box on the back foot. He gonna have to clip me. I'm walking right to him. And sometimes you can posture with a motherfucker, and they gonna bite off of it. You know, but if I'm Derrick James and I'm telling Mel, man, get on him right away, jump on this motherfucker, walk right to him, and he get the back of Jermell Charlo up, he gonna be. But the good thing about Charlo, he could generate power on the back foot. He could punch. He be having a plant though, but he's such a freak athlete that he could generate the power on the back foot. Said Tim told me that he gonna be a lot closer than people think when he fought Charlo. Now I'm interested, kind of would want Tim to win. At least he invited to smoke with Bud instead of being dismissive. Of course. Why not? It's money. It's money in that fight in Australia. George Camboso talked a lot of shit about, you know, kind of how he run no big star and all this type of shit. It's money in it. And that ain't no easy fight for Bud. That boy heavy-handed. The first 5 or 6 rounds, he couldn't play with him like Avanesian. 5 or 6 rounds, it's gonna be about the back 6 for Bud fighting him. Bud gonna have to use his legs in that fight. It's gonna be legs and combination punches and angles. You know, he can walk Tszyu to some shit like the difference between like a Tszyu and a Sean Porter. Sean Porter a better athlete. Tszyu is more technical. He not gonna leave himself open like Sean Porter did. But that's the beauty of Sean Porter. A lot of things Sean Porter do off platform, people not prepared for. But you know, that's a tough fight. That's a pick 'em. I mean, I really couldn't call it. I probably say a pick 'em fight. But I would have to see Bud at 54. It's gonna have to really do. He had to. If he be able to lose his legs, he can combination punch, counter punch. It's a pick 'em fight, bro. Tough fight. Tszyu does nothing flashy, but he's very good at what he does. Old school style that will give a lot of these new fighters. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. That's why David Benavidez, man, Ronald Garville. Once he got past Garville, it was a wrap. And Caleb Plant kind of starting to learn how to fight them type of dudes. It's in and out, side to side. In and out, 10 chuck, throwing hard shots, you know, and making them pick. You got to use their feet against them, bro. A lot of them dudes that fight like Tszyu Benavidez, they got to be planning, you know. So David Benavidez was just in and out versus Darrell, turning them, jumping in with punches, taking chances, rolling shots, kind of getting clipped here and there, but that's what you got to do. But if you moving, they not gonna get a clean shot on you. You know, once you start standing stationary with them, it's a problem. You always got to beat the drum when you fight guys like that too. You got to beat the drum. You know, they take headshots all day. You know, because they, you know, once you start beating that drum, you know what I'm saying, and mixing it up. But it's movement, it's feints, foot movement, the angles, combination punching, you know, body work. That's how you got to beat guys like. But they don't build them like that. So you understand. You know, think about the pressure fighters today. Who, you know, back in the day, it was customary. You had a lot of French contenders, a lot of journeymen that fought that way. Today, think about it. Who really like that? You got Benavidez that'll pressure you, like real pressure. You got Tszyu that arrived, Castano, Triple G. He used to do it. He kind of more like switched it since he got older. But it's not telling better be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? But then had them motherfuckers like Duran that get on the inside and Chavez who really get on the inside, hold your arm and beat you with the free arm. Who really get in there, know how to maneuver, know how to leverage you on the inside. Mike Tyson. You don't see guys like that no more that really get on the inside and maul you like Andre Ward did Alan Green. You don't get that no more. So if you don't get it no more, even in America, who fighting like that? Ask yourself, who fighting like that in America? You know what I'm saying? And you hear people say, Dorian said in Discord, Charlo gonna dog. Who the fuck is Charlo dog walk? Please tell me. Who is Charlo dog walk? Even in a Rosario fight, Rosario was hurting him. This when he beat the shit out of Jermell Charlo dog, if he can take Jermell Charlo punch, that's the only thing that concern me. Just like I said about Castanos. Who have Jermell Charlo fucking dog walk? Who? Like he got so many fucking close fights, bro, that y'all probably never seen. And there's no knock on this. There's no knock on him. No, not to make him angry and yelling and screaming and shit like that, dude. None of that shit. I'm just keeping it real, my niggas. That's all I'm doing with y'all. Keeping it real. Who the fuck is this nigga dog walk? Other than fucking Charles Halley. Look at this, bro. Let me go through the resume, right? Hold on. Real talk, a lot of people thought he lost to Dimitri Hopkins. Who was it? Bernard Hopkins' nephew. Look how close that fight was. A lot of people thought he lost that fight. Gabriel Rosado, even though you look at the scores like this, a lot of people thought Gabriel Rosado won that fight. Vanes Monterosian, a lot of people thought Vanes Monterosian won that fight. A lot of people thought Vanes beat him and he pressured him. John Jackson was beating the shit out of motherfucking Charlo. Every round, he was beating Charlo ass until he stopped punching. Look at the scores. Look at the scores. He was beating the shit out of Jermell Charlo that fight. Making it look easy till he stopped fucking punching. He blew out Charles Hadley. Okay, whatever. He clipped Lubin. Even in this Austin Trout fight. I know he was fighting the case and all that type of shit, dude. Oh, that fight, man, a lot of them punches that he knocked Trout down with, they was rabbit punches, both of them. That fight could have been, and that was old-ass Austin Trout. Lost to Tony Harrison. Was getting his ass beat worse by Tony Harrison in the second fight. Rosario, he stopped him, but, man, Rosario was hurting him in that fight. Castanos, we all know he fucking lost that fight. And the second fight was pretty competitive, too, but he pulled away. This dude don't be blowing like y'all putting the emphasis on him like, oh man, Charlo gonna blow him. Who the fuck is he blew out? He losing the marginable average fighters, bro. Like he be down points to these dudes. It ain't like he out even when he was boxing. He can't handle pressure. I'm telling you. He may fuck around and stop Tszyu. I ain't denying that. But if it ain't early. He do not like to be bagged up, bro. He can't take the pressure neither. His punch and his durability bail him out. It bail him out. It's a good chance. I'm telling you, it's a great chance that Tszyu beat that ass. I'm telling you. With him cutting away, I'm telling you, it would not surprise me one bit. And if Tszyu could take the punch, Tszyu gonna beat him. I'm telling you. And you want to know why I say that, bro? More than anything today, you got to watch how these dudes move their fighters. Look how they willing to put Tszyu in any. Look how they willing to match make Tszyu. It ain't one person that they ain't willing to put Tszyu in the ring in with. Not one. They said Goucher. Oh, we fuck Goucher up. How Goucher lay a blueprint? He got fucking blew out the water. They said Fondor, he'll fight Fondor. He said Terrence Crawford, he'll fight Terrence Crawford. They said Jermell Charlo, he been ready. He said Castanos, I'll fight Castanos, but you know what? They can make Undisputed happen. Come on. When you got a game, dog, look how they willing to put him in the ring with anybody. Look how they was willing to put him in the ring with anybody in America. Terrell Goucher ain't no easy fight. Beat the shit out of him after he dropped him. Just look how they move certain. That's how I knew that's why I started to break down Josh Taylor. I said, damn, man, I'm looking at his resume. He fighting in Texas, he fighting in Vegas early in his career. I said, shit, look how they moving him. Let me kind of watch this kid, see what he got. I said, oh, he's solid, he good. Just watch how they move fighters, bro. Look how they willing to say, you know what? I'll put my car up against any of these motherfuckers. He said, I put my car up against anybody. I race anybody. I'm Vin Diesel I'm Dominic Toretto from fucking Fast and Furious. Look how they willing to throw him in the ring. Sometimes you gotta pay attention to that. Maybe he on some shit. I don't know. Maybe he beat the shit out of Charlo. All y'all gonna do is Charlo stayed at the weight too long. Stop this. Give that man. Give these fighters their credit, bro. Ain't nobody knocked Terrell Goucher dick in the dirt like that. And ain't nobody knocked Tony Harrison dick in the dirt. Tony Harrison was knocked out 2 times before he fought Jermell Charlo and lost. So what the fuck that got to do with the price of tea in China? He said, I'm in the best shape. He said, I'm in great shape. I ain't smoking hookah. I ain't doing none of that. I was ready. So it ain't no excuse. And that's my dog. Till the wheels fall off. Even past that. But I gotta keep it real. That motherfucker coming. And another thing, his daddy ain't all in the videos. His daddy ain't at all the fights. He letting his fucking brother train his son, and his daddy train his son. A professional boxer, gold medalist, ain't world champion, ain't got dumb daddy training syndrome. And you can ask Adonis, ask Lion Killer, bro. Well, we talked before. Earlier in the day, I said, I don't know. I asked him, I said, man, I don't know. We all know that 154. How is it weak? Some people say it's the best division in boxing. How is it weak? Man, we heard with Terrell Goucher had a moment and got fucking dog walked after that moment. They didn't win a second after that. He got dog walked. Come on, man. Salute Easies. So you think Lubin would beat Tim, give Tim a better fight? Styles make fights. Probably be a good fight. Could he take that power? I think Lubin at 60 now. I could be wrong. Now I don't know about Tim moving up to 60. Gotta ask somebody else. I don't know. How the deepest division is 140. I mean, shit, take your pick. 140 got a lot of unproven dudes there. 154, a lot of guys that move to 60. I think Lubin moved to 60, or maybe he's just going there. You got Backryan Marzavelli, you got Israel Madamov, a lot of people like them. Charles Conwell coming. Tony Harrison may be out. Jack Colclough gave Demetrius Andrade a good fight. You still got Liam Smith there, who been a world champion there, fought Canelo. Still got Castanos. Trout still somewhere hanging around there. Gomez probably the best kept secret in the division. Takashi Inouye still got Danny Garcia. Apparently Josh Kelly is ranked up there now. Xander Zayas is getting up there ranked. Sergio Garcia. Carlos Ocampo still hanging around. It's a great division. Michael Soar, who gave some good fights to Brian Castanos. To Heath French. So yeah, it's a deep division. I think it looked a lot deeper when you had J-Rock and Hurd kind of still active in their prime. Sebastian Fondora, he's still there. So yeah, 140 got a lot of unproven talent. That's what I will say. I don't know how good Sabril Matias is. I don't know how good Alberto Puello was. I just learned about both of them not too long ago. Josh Taylor seemed to be trending down. T.O. seemed to be trending down. Sandra Martin is definitely trending up. So, Lippi aspect. So yeah, I mean it's a good division. They both good divisions. I think 40 is gaining more steam than 54, but shit, at some point it's gonna be a division turnover. 54, has been since Baron De La Hoya was there. Lara was Floyd Mayweather mandatory. Timmy Castanos would be firework. Man, beat the shit out of Brian Castanos, but it'd be a good fight. He beat the shit out of Castanos right now. Castanos gotta get his feet back wet. He said, I still got Charlo beating Tim by KO. Man, that's what it is. He gonna have to put him down. Vinny, he gonna have to put him down. But I'm kind of tempted to pick Tim Tszyu. People gonna call me crazy. He was calling me crazy when I seen him fight Tim Tszyu. When he fought Terrell Goucher, I just know that style, bro. And these motherfuckers can't handle it, bro. And now, John Jackson has some speed. He has some power. He just couldn't take a punch. I don't know why he froze. I don't think he got punched. I don't know why he stopped punching. Maybe he did get hit. But them motherfuckers, man, Charlo can't take no pressure, bro. I'm telling you that right now. Once you start backing him up and beating his ass, he don't know what to do. He don't know what to do. His power and durability back. But Tszyu seemed to be more heavy-handed than anybody he fought, probably not named John Jackson. John had more, it was a different type of power. They said Jermell taking the fight before Tszyu, PBC. Is he? Hey, let me know where you seen that at, bro. I appreciate it. Hit me up on that or put it in the comment section. Hit me up on social media. Tszyu was another art to perturb. I can't say that. I can't say that. I can't say that. I can see why you say that. I think they different. I think with better BF is more. I think better BF is more like barbaric. He can be technical. I think he can be technical. It's more savagery. I think with Tim is more technical. Now, and then better BF can be technical. You see him make some. This is not sure. Detroit beat everybody. He said Tony just lost fair and square. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, hey, man, I don't mind giving motherfuckers credit. He said facts. You gotta give people. He said Tony got Bumgarner. His legs wasn't there. I don't blame her. Man, bro, if you can't have discipline enough for your, like I said before, man. Once you be able to control your private area, I think you can master anything as a man. He said, I could think of 7 other divisions deeper than 54. Man, bro, okay, name them. Name the 7 other divisions. We already said 140 no good. So name the 7 other divisions. We await. These new fighters don't handle pressure well. I don't know what they working on. It ain't too many pressure fighters walking. Name the pressure fighters out here. Name them. You got Chocolito. You got Better BF. You got Tszyu, who just came on the scene. Who else you really got that's bringing pressure? And ain't none of these David Benavidez, and ain't none of these dudes on the inside, like how on the inside really beat motherfuckers up on the inside and maneuvering on the inside. Them motherfuckers don't even exist no more. You imagine you drop the Chavez in today's division, man. I told y'all Earl Spence can't fight on the inside. When I seen Sean Porter fighting him on the inside, and Earl Spence standing straight up like a broomstick, I said, "Oh man." I would love to fight him on the inside, bro, because he can't defend himself. Ain't no way you got a motherfucker who under your chest and you standing straight up, bro. I'm looking at this motherfucker like you got all the Mexican gyms down there, and you standing straight up like that. I'm like, He said 54 was murder's row. Ain't nobody made it out undefeated. He said I always thought 54 was a new division that couldn't handle 60. Yeah, I mean, that's what it was there for, basically. I heard Honey Harrison is banned from the man. Nobody gonna ban my motherfucker for losing no fight. He do too much for the community to ban somebody who do. Come on. Then that case, Tommy Hearn should be banned. I just seen him a couple years ago at Burlington Coat Factory. He said Tim, another George Camboso, all heart with love. I can't say that. Tim got skills. You just don't know shit about boxing, apparently. And yeah, I said it because you saying some dumbass shit up in here today. Tim Tszyu, straightforward pressure fire. You gotta box him, lateral movement, and keep him. Yeah, exactly. And then if that nigga fuck around and know how to box, you're gonna be in real trouble then. But shit, you gotta make him. You got LeBron. He expert. What is it called? Ambidextrous. I'm still gonna make him go to his left. I'm just gonna take my chances. Ryan will beat Tank UFC. I don't even know who said that. I don't know who arguing about that. Bud handles that boy. I don't know, bro. I don't know, dog. Y'all niggas, man. I don't know. I don't know. They make weight classes for a reason. That motherfucker can crack too. He thick little motherfucking Tszyu. That motherfucker make weight classes for a reason. He probably beat the shit out of Earl. Him and Earl Spence be a good fight. He probably beat the shit out of Earl Spence too. But you know what? I like Errol Spence. Jack, that'd be a good fight. I think he beat the shit out of Errol Spence, dog. I ain't gonna front. I think he might get Errol Spence. He beat Charlo. Just he beat. Let me say that. Just because he beat Charlo don't mean he gonna beat Errol Spence. So let me take that back. I gotta see him at 54 first. Rebel Life, what's going on, bro? He said, "What happened to your hometown? At least we on duck no phase, my nigga. Like y'all niggas in Dallas, y'all duck phase. Mo 3 was the only real nigga down there for all the smoke." He said, I think Sebastian has a better chance to beat Mel. I don't. I don't. Tim Tszyu for me. I don't. Well, boy, get on Mike. What's going on, bro? I got subscribe to my boy. Get on my TV. I don't. Tim Tszyu clip that ass too. Tim Tszyu beat Fondor ass too. Be a good fight though. Fondor is hard to gauge. He fight up and down to his competition. Charles a very good puncher's chin. I won't say he only got a puncher's chin. I can't say that because he can box too. He can do something. He can mix it up. Look like a light might have clicked versus old boy. But he said he better stay away from Fondor. Man, he been to clip Fondor ass, bro. He been to beat the shit out of Fondor. I bet that one. I feel comfortable, but he beat the shit out of Fondor ass. Took Fondor behind the old Amish tool shed and beat the hell out of him, dude. Beat the shit out of Fondor. Been to whoop Fondor ass. Jermell Charlo would too, man. Fondor just too up and down, bro. Jermell, my pom, he corny, but in the ring, he's last man standing. Oh yeah. So I remember at his Pops Hall of Fame speech, he told his son, hopefully he can be there one day. Well, you know, he's staying out of it though, from what I see. That's he said whoever Tim Tszyu beats, everyone say they should have done this and that. Fact, Tim Tszyu makes them look ordinary. You gotta give credit where credit. I get credit where credit is due, bro. That's just me. AB, what's going on, bro? He said, "What's good? Where you been? Where you been, man? Shit, man. You know what it is, bro. You know, it was my birthday weekend. It's my birthday today, actually. So there you go. So you lucky I'm on here with y'all niggas, man. So yeah, I told y'all Tim was that dude. Fotex salute. I got Charlo over Tim in the classic fight. Tim is legit for real. He says that ring was small. Tony in the phone. Hey man, I ain't trying to hear no excuses, dude. Shouldn't have stepped in the ring. Did you hear about the tag team boxing match KSI and Mayweather versus Pacquiao? Man, hell, stop playing with me, bro. I ain't hearing none of that, dog. So where the channel cash at $sign CJ Good 313. Charlo gonna get stopped. That boy don't like pressure. He's not gonna stand toe to toe with him. He got a good chance of clipping him, though. I will say that. So that's the only thing that stopped me from betting. Conor Ben ducked amnesia because he couldn't handle pressure. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was more Eddie Hearn making him duck. He said Earl just got a good mid range on the ropes body work. I think Crawford's body work overall. He said Camboso ain't hitting like Tim. He said you think if Charlo has a tough time with Tim, he will move up. I mean, motherfucker should have been moved up. I don't know what he hanging around for. These boys be acting like they be scared to move up and wait. He said they put Tony in the fire to buy time. Well, he petitioned for it. They say don't know if on the real fights when he going on Twitter. He made a real fight on Twitter though. Tim Tszyu stops Bud. I fuck with Bud, man. He might. I seen Bud go toe to toe at Gleason's with Carlos Adames, and that's a big motherfucker, dog. So he might not. But Bud know how to fight bigger dudes though. That's the difference. He know how to fight bigger dudes. He know that you got to go in there and get his respect. You know, he said Jabs ain't gonna beat Tim. He said Tim like, man, he likes the inside game. I ain't see that. I don't know about all that shit. I ain't see that he like no inside game. He saw was inside Tony Harrison ass like a PS2 disc. Jermell is polished on it. No, he not. No, he not. That motherfucker was letting Castanos eat his lunch. He was letting everybody beat him on the inside. Tony Harrison was beating him on the inside in the second fight. It's all gonna come down if Tim could take. That's it, Bryce. If Tim could take the punch, that's it. We know Charlo could take a punch. That's what it's going. That's just basically it. If he could take the power, man, shit, Charlo might be in a bit of trouble. You know, he said, notice how they got Charlo a big puncher, but only got 50%. Well, you know, he went on. He had a lot of fights where he used to box, though. You know, he used to box. Said Tim didn't use his lead shoulder effectively or frame on the inside against him. Man, why you? I ain't got to. I'm beating his ass. I ain't got to. I'm clipping that nigga. Appreciate it, y'all. Appreciate it. Shit, I could be in there eating cake and shit, getting hounded by my dogs for cake. He said, "You turning 40, I'm playing." Damn near there though. I appreciate it, Flame. I ain't even got my phone. Let me see. My brother called me and shit. I missed his call. Oh yeah, appreciate you, Flame. I appreciate Anthony too. Appreciate y'all in the Cash App. I gotta pay fucking for my YouTube Red. I forgot my trial up. No, Tim doesn't stop, but I don't know what's gonna happen. When you up there in age like Bud, you just don't know. Y'all not gonna bet with Tim against Charlo. I mean, look, catch me around my fight time. I bet you. Catch me around, man. Shit, then they gonna vacate before motherfucker gonna vacate before the fight. So if it's true what my man said that they talking about he gonna take a fight before the fight, I don't know. But let's see what we got. So we talked about Harrison and Tszyu and Charlo. So we could talk about Tank and Ryan. I end off with oh boy. What's his name? Steven Espinoza. I spent a little bit of time on Espinoza. So like I said, I never got to address live the rehydration clause. Now I was listening to Coach Malachi today. He was saying that Ryan Garcia did agree to it, and that the word on the street is that Ryan Garcia the word is that who so that, you know, Ryan Garcia, that Golden Boy didn't want Ryan Garcia to take that 360 deal, that it was a lopsided contract, and that no, they was trying to find a way out the Tank fight. My thing is, you got people justifying what Tank said about the weight. He said that you know, Ryan Garcia is big, and he'd be stupid not to put the rehydration clause on him because how big Ryan Garcia is. I don't respect it. I don't respect it. I don't like it. You know what you need all these caveats for Ryan Garcia for? You know, he'd be stupid not to put the weight cut. Man, you fucking scary, dog. They scary, man. What's so funny is, dog, everybody think Tank Davis is gonna win this fight. Why do you need to put a catch weight when you fought at 140, right? Why do you need to put a 10-pound rehydration clause? The IBF not on the line. Why? Why do you need to taint a victory over Ryan Garcia with tomfoolery? That's all we asking. Why do you need to taint? Why do you need to taint a victory? You know, why do you need to taint a victory over Ryan Garcia? It don't make no sense. He said, "Why don't you lazy make 35?" Like, I just don't understand, dog. Like, PBC has zero faith. They have zero faith in Ryan Garcia. Let's call it what it is. They got zero faith in Ryan Garcia. They don't believe Ryan Garcia. They don't believe Ryan Garcia can beat, you know, or Gervonta can beat Ryan Garcia straight up. And Ryan Garcia talk all this tough shit. I mean, Tank talk all this tough shit. Right? He talk all this tough shit, but then you turn around and you tie Ryan hands behind his back. And what it sounded like to me that they was not trying to fight Ryan Garcia. That's what it sounded like. The rumor, the coach Malachi said he heard that Oscar and Bernard said you'll be a fool to take this contract. He took it. I know I wouldn't want to fight Regis Progress neither if I was him, but like we continue to say, PBC don't have no faith. They don't want to fight nobody, and that's why they not gonna be on Showtime for too much longer. Even with their contract, or even what they venture with PBC, I mean with Showtime and Flux, he still don't want to make fights. Al still refusing to make fights. And you just look and you just ask yourself like, this just don't make no sense. And we knew every time it was something about making a fight with Ryan Garcia, or about Ryan and Tank. It was, oh man, they didn't want to be the lead promoter, or they didn't want, or they need this rematch clause. They need to be in control of the rematch clause. Like, damn, if they don't want to make Ryan and Tank Davis, they don't want to make no fights. They don't want to make no fights. And Ryan Garcia had to accept a terrible contract from a dude in Gervonta who should have no problem beating him. And like I said, that just let you know Gervonta Davis ain't gonna never probably fight Devin Haney. He ain't gonna never fight Shakur Stevenson, because he gonna try to ham them on the money. He gonna try to ham them on the weight. You know what I'm saying? That's what Manny Pacquiao did. That's why he liked Manny Pacquiao so much. All Pacquiao was doing was tying people's hands behind their back and beating them and getting credit, because ain't nobody gonna really look at, oh, the dudes can rehydrate. Oh, look at the catch weight. That's what he doing. If you really like that, bro, you hear Bonds. He said he got that street shit in him. Like, what they got to do with it? Ask yourself, what being a street nigga got to do with your toughness in boxing? Come on. He playing that persona, bro. Because street niggas wouldn't tie Ryan Garcia hands behind their back. Street niggas wouldn't be running from Lomachenko. Street niggas wouldn't be running from Devin Haney. Street niggas wouldn't be running from Shakur Stevenson. Street niggas don't move like he moved. He talk about Ryan Garcia was too lazy to make 135 pounds. Like, my whole thing is this, bro. You was too lazy to make 130. So you in 126, you was been fighting featherweights and super featherweights at lightweight, and for a while now. Think about that for a minute. He's for Hector Luis Garcia, 130-pound champion at 135. Why you couldn't squeeze your ass down to 130 pounds and fight him? You too fucking lazy. You too fucking lazy to make the weight. Come on. We all know if he would have fought, if Gamboa was in his prime, he would have never fought Yurkus Gamboa. Come on. He talking shit about Conor Benn, knowing damn well he had never get in the ring with Conor Benn. Conor Benn gonna come down to 136. And like, I just can't stand people who do all that rah-rah, doing all that talking, but they can't never back it up. That ain't no street shit, dog. He can never back it up. Terence Crawford got a glass shield, and I'll be Crawford. No, nigga, don't troll, don't play. Let's get in the ring. When they asked him if he wanted to fight Gary Russell in Baltimore, and he looked stupid, and Floyd took the mic from him. Matter of fact, when Floyd turned around and told Gary Russell, stop picking on Gervonta Tank Davis, that ain't street shit to me. Wearing pearls in your ear, nigga, like you fucking Gogeta or Vegeta, whatever one wore the earrings, with a purse. Like, you got a nigga that wore heels, you got a nigga that wore a purse, who looking like Grimace with that. I don't even know what type of Yankee hat that. It was that a Supreme Yankee hat version. No, none of that shit go together. Nigga like a tattoo artist grandma. It should be banned from calling this dude a tank, bruh. This nigga a baby Hummer, if that. You need all this help to beat Ryan Garcia. You think they putting him in the ring with anybody that can walk and chew bubblegum? Not at all. Not at all. Anybody that can walk and chew bubblegum, he ain't fighting them. And somebody asked on Coach Malachi channel today, like, who would it be better for boxing for? Who would be better for boxing? Who would be better for boxing if who? How can I phrase this? Would it be better for boxing if Tank won and Ryan won? Neither, bro. Neither. Both suckers. Ryan just a little less of a sucker because he took the fight with all the hot wire contra. But you know what? He ain't got no choice. He ain't got no choice because he go fight. Who he gonna beat at 140 pounds? Couldn't beat the water boy. You know, and they wanted Tank to keep fighting bums and buying and reselling tickets, man. Like I said before, dude, this dude ran from Lomachenko, bro. That ain't street. When he should have went in there and did what Teofimo Lopez did to Lomachenko, possibly knocked him out. But he didn't have no confidence. Come on. He loses this fight, his career is over with. So they had to make sure, oh man, put this on. Oh, he accepted this money? Oh, okay, put the catch weight in there. Oh, he accepted the catch weight? Put the rehydration clause in there. You know, he accepted that? Oh, put your rematch clause only one way. Oh, he accepted that too? All right, man. If we get you get the rematch, we get to be the main promoter. It's like, bro. It's like, bro. You just sit there looking like dog. And you got people who literally still bagging PBC, bro. Y'all wonder how Jim Jones got them people to drink the Kool-Aid. If Al Heyman made some Kool-Aid, these dudes would drink it. They are a cancer to boxing. They are cancerous to their and I ain't talking about the goddamn horoscope neither. They cancerous to their boxers' careers, and they boxers don't even know it yet. What type of advisor talk all they fighters out of big fights? A winnable one. I can see if this was like somebody that was a threat. Y'all can see if it was somebody that was a real threat. This dude ain't no real threat, bro. He ain't no real threat, dog. It'd be hard for you. It'd be hard for you to respect people, bro. I appreciate it, Neutral Natural. Appreciate it. It'd be hard for you to respect it. I look at it. I try to look at it and be as objective as possible. I try to be as objective as possible, bro. You know, as objective as possible. But this don't make no sense. It don't. So imagine you get to real fights that you want to see what he gonna do in negotiations with Haney, with Lomachenko, with Shakur Stevenson, with guys like that. Real talk. Yeah, he did run from Tevin Farmer too. He said Al Heyman told him that the deal wasn't real. That Eddie money was funny. Everybody money funny, but his. And then Floyd said after that same fight he had in Baltimore that they felt that he was finally ready for Tevin Farmer. You just be looking like dog. You see how they protect him? Something with them protect you like that. You know what I'm saying? With you protecting, with somebody protecting you like that, that mean they ain't got a lot of faith in you. That mean they ain't got a lot of faith in you. And that's how they protecting them. And everybody blame Floyd Mayweather for how Tank Davis was moving. And people need to turn around and give Floyd an apology. You want to blame Al Heyman? At some point, it got to come down to the fighter. At some point, it got to come down to the fighter. And that's just what it is. So you're gonna talk to Floyd and Manny New. I haven't heard. You got to send it to me. You talking about the tag team? I haven't came across my screen. Shout out to Dr. Blick though. Dr. Blicky with the sticky. He said, I don't know how many people. I don't know how people be so mostly invested in boxing sport where fighters and sanction bodies don't even care about this at all. Canelo fighting John Ryder. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on. It's just like anything else neutral. I mean, it is. You can't even bust a nut off this shit. Niggas getting emotional. Ain't that crazy? But for him to do that to Ryan Garcia, bro, that already let me know what type of time he on. That let you know what type of time he on. That let me know exactly what type of time he on. You know. So, but it is what it is. Now let's finish off with Espinoza. So Steven Espinoza, bro. So Steven Espinoza said that Showtime is gonna be here in 2023, but he don't know about the long term future of Showtime. You know, he said you never can predict the economy, which is bullshit. You know, if they were invested in boxing, you'll hear another 2 or 3 year deal with Showtime in boxing or PBC. He says they know they're not exclusive of boxing either. Not exclusive of PBC. We knew that with Sharon Ennis and Demetrius Andrade signing network deals with Showtime. And in addition, he said that all the content is these niggas won. Why would the Pistons beat the Pacers? Get the man. I can't stand these bums, bruh. They had the worst record in the NBA. Bruh. You just can't make this shit up, bruh. You cannot make this shit up, dog. I'm just so over Detroit sports, bruh. Literally. But nothing. But I digress, man. But then he said that all the Showtime, boxing is moving to an app. So it sounds like I'll start off with the latter. So it sounds like Showtime. Well, he said Showtime is moving to an app. So they're gonna fuse Paramount and Showtime app, and they're probably gonna lead the cable networks out of it. So all their content is gonna be on the app. They sat there, they blasted the zone. The zone was ahead of the curve on the app, and now they're gonna look like hypocrites with like Floyd fighting on the zone, right? And now the zone is now they basically becoming the zone. Now also like I said, he said before, like he said before, now it's we don't know if we're gonna be here in the long term, but the short term we are gonna do like boxing in 2023. But he says nobody can predict their economy and all. So basically, man, they on their way out. They on their way out. If they don't start performing better, they on their way out. That's basically what that means. So he didn't commit. Yeah, they here for 2023. That's because the app they not ready to merge everything. That's the difference. They not ready to merge everything. So once you announce a merger like that, I remember I got laid off from GM. They gave us like maybe 90-day notice, but by law they had to do that. If they wanted to say, back in the day, they wanted to tell you this your last paycheck or next week will be your last paycheck, we laying you off. They'd rather do it that way. Ain't no ethics in business, really. Only ethics in business is by law. That's it. So, So when he gets to talking about we be here for the short term, but I don't know about the long run and all this time, he know. He know. That's why he not promising. What you talking about? What the economy gonna be like? We just seen Silicon Valley Bank, just go through the biggest fall that a bank been through since what 2020, and before that, I forget 2008. So what you talking about? He could have just left it there, like, yeah, we gonna be here through 2023. You know, but I don't know if how we can predict the economy and all this type of stuff. And like I said, that's why you didn't read no newsline or nothing from the Ring TV that say, well, Showtime, re-up with boxing for another year. That's why you didn't hear that. That's why. That's why. When they merge that app, they might make the initial jump to merge the boxing on the app, but they may not be on there for long. Come on. It's still a decision up in the air, or it's a decision that's already been made, and it don't make no sense to keep paying that for boxing and the ratings delivering 200K. So it ain't no new. When I hear, oh, okay, Showtime re-up with PBC for 3 years, okay, cool. Till you hear that, come on. These dudes went through a whole fall period with no significant card. Then you going through winter, your only significant card is, Ryan Garcia, Gervonta and Hector Luis Garcia. All the other shit is Osheik Foster versus Ray Vargas, Brandon Figueroa versus Mark Miaxo. Minor shit. Benavidez and Plant, you got to pay for it. So how does that grow the subscriber base? Rolly and Puella, who cares? J Rock and who he fighting? Adamas, who cares? Jermell said I was coming back in January. Then it's February. Now it's the end of June. Now it's the early July. Like, come on. You still don't have an Earl Spence and Keith Thurman announcement. Why? Andrew Ruiz and Deontay Wilder fell apart. Now you talking about fighting Ngannou. Ngannou met with Eddie Hearn. And I don't even think, Deontay Wilder and Showtime is cool. That's what it seemed like. So of course they on their way out the building. He got his, he got demoted to CBS. It sounded like he the vice president because he reporting to somebody. He saved his own ass, but he can't save Al ass because Al refused to make the fights that need to be made to become an asset to Viacom. When money started getting funny, banks start folding, the economy started dropping. Even companies like Viacom, they look at all their stuff and see where they can cut the fat off. And they look what they put into boxing. They like, we can cut the fat off here. If it ain't 80-20, then PBC scared. He said a fight where I don't care who wins or loses. Plant versus Benavidez. Yeah, that's a good fight. Really neutral. Plant Benavidez is a good fight. You got to pay for it. How does it grow the platform? He said Detroit not getting Victor. Oh, I see that now. I take Brandon Miller. That shit wild to me, bro. That niggas really fucking won that game. I play Killian and Fantasy dude Luke Warren, Boo Boo Stain. He trash. He said I don't care who wins Planet Benavidez because it won't lead to nothing. But it won't lead to Canelo. He said stop putting everything on pay-per-view. They do that because the networks can't afford it. SVB failed because they didn't have diverse investment portfolio. So they put too much into the tech field. Which, if you had to put your money somewhere, in one spot, it probably would be the tech field. It probably would be the tech field. I mean, but the tech field becoming hot, people getting certifications, they transferring over to the tech field. They transferring over to the tech field. A lot of people going. So anything that started to go up, it's going to eventually come down. That's just the natural, stuff with things. Everybody trying to go to the tech field, get certifications. The hours are great. It's a lot of work into it, but at some point, everything will get oversaturated. Everything gonna get oversaturated. Stop paying these boxers. Said no tech companies was storing all their money there. SVB was investing in shit that would take 20, 30 years to the real game to see real. That's fucked up. Damn. Y'all got any other questions before I get out of here, dude? I'll answer them real quick. Them motherfuckers failed too. Everybody pulling their money out. Real talk. That shit wild. Super wild. But if nobody got nothing to say, appreciate y'all, man. Thumbs up the video on your way out. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. It's be on the podcast platforms in the morning. Peace.